Hello, my name's Andy and welcome to the garage.
Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. This is June's purchases, trades and donations from friends of the channel. Not that many purchases this month, so it's not a long video after last month's bumper video, and we're off to start off with this BMW Z3. Well, at least I think it's a Z3. It's 1/32 scale, made in 1997 in China, and it's quite a nice model. I must admit, I'm not a big fan of the Z3. I thought the seats were too upright, didn't really suit the convertible. I don't think it was a big success for BMW, but a nice looking thing. Doors open, obviously lots of dust, etc. The paint is corroded and peeling, but a nice looking car, and if nothing else, the wheels aren't too bad, so that's a great start. Now there's something a bit more exotic. Jaguar XJ220. The glass is all good. Door mirrors are on. And what I've noticed in pictures of Jaguar is this door mirror is sometimes quite a way down, or that one's up here somewhere, maybe modified. 1/40th scale, Maisto. There's a bit of friction there. I'm not sure if it's not sure. Could be a pullback. Looks like the mouse has been at this wheel. This has already got a home. It's going to my good friend Martin Dare. Martin Dare's Dinky Restorations channel. He loves his Jaguars, Martin, and look, there's an added bonus. There's something growing in there, but it looks good, and I'm sure he could free up those wheels. They are going round, so that's a lovely one. Another BMW. Badge is a bit big on the front. Glass is scratched. 850i, as you can see. Doors open. Seats sort of bend forward. They're a bit stiff, you might say. It's 2+2. It's one of those cars you wouldn't want to be the +2 in the back. Some nice lights. Rough on the paintwork. Wheels aren't too bad, but a nice saloon from the early 90s to do. And a bus. And it's not a bad bus, is it? It's a London bus. And it's made in China, and it's non-branded. And why did I buy it? Because I'd been at the car boot for an hour. I got up early. It had been raining. I didn't get off at my usual time. I got off in the end at 7 o'clock when the rain stopped, and there were not many people there, traders or buyers, until later on. And I saw this for 50p, and I can't not buy something. So I bought this little London bus. It might be okay for spares. It's okay as it is. It is die cast. It's quite a chunky piece of metal, and it was only 50p. So it was a good start for the day. Oh, and it's pullback. Now I know a young man who might like that, seeing as it's pullback. Then later on I met one of my regular traders and picked up some quite nice stuff. So here we have a Corgi Toys Jeep FC150 number 409, missing all but one of its tyres, and that is as hard as rock, the one that's left. Still got its tow hook. I'm not sure if it ever had a cab or glass. I suspect it didn't, because I think that's still the original rivet. So I'll have to research into that. Obviously chipped and play worn, but a nice little pickup. Then flatbed, K13 DAF truck, Matchbox Super Kings made in England. Wheels are a bit on the wobble. It's been overpainted by hand with a black pen at some time. The glass looks really quite good. Not sure, yeah, just lifted it up there. Seems to be a number plate there at the front. That'd be quite nice to do. I'm not sure what went on the back of that. Next in the truck category is this rather nice Matchbox Super Kings 1985 K12237 DAF Space Cab. Now that would be nice to do. It's chipped and play worn. I recognise these wheels. They're plastic inserts. They were on that Peterbilt one I did. It's got some steering with it. It's got what's left of a mirror on this side. So if I did this, I'd probably have to fabricate some mirrors. Now, that's not going to hold, but that's just, in my eyes, a piece of wire and a piece of card to make that look right on both sides. That's not impossible. I'm not sure if they were supposed to be that far down, the lights, or are they something to do with the steering? Who knows? The flatbed doesn't move, but that's a nice truck, and it's not in bad condition really, apart from the mirrors. But what can you expect when you put plastic mirrors on like that? So that's nice. Then a little ERF flatbed, Corgi Toys ERF model 44G. It's got all its tyres. I can safely say they're quite hard. They ain't going to peel off there easy without a bit of warm water. It's got the spare. It's lost its tow hook. But the glass is really nice, and that'd be a nice, dare I say, an easy one to do. Very corroded here. Very corroded. Drivetrain. But I haven't done many commercials, and that could go straight in the queue, I think. I'm not sure what would go on the back of it, but that probably doesn't matter. Then I came across this for £1, and I had been looking at one of those because I'd also got this, and I've had a couple of the cabs, but none of the trailers. That's not the original hook. That should be white plastic. Obviously a tyre missing, but I'm pretty sure that's supposed to go with this. It's part of the pipe truck. I'm hoping it goes with that. It looks exactly the same. Different wheels, so there must be another version of this cab with those wheels, I'm wondering. I'm sure viewers will tell me if I'm wrong. That's a Matchbox Super King Scammell Contractor of 1971 that I already had. There's no markings on this, but it sort of looks right, doesn't it? So what do you go? Do you go purple, or do you go yellow, or do you just change the colour totally? We'll have to wait and see. So that ends the purchases. Right, I'll get the next box closer to me and we'll move on. Now and then I have a trade with my friend in Ireland, Mick Manley. Hiya Mick. And about trade twice a year, and he had this little Renault Spider, and this has scissor doors, but they don't work on the model. It just needs a clean. And I saw one of these on Bangers for Cash, that place in Fortinledale in North Yorkshire where they sell all sorts of vehicles, and they sold one of these and it went for about 25 grand. And it's a really nice thing. That just needs a clean and a polish, and that is going straight in my cabinet because I think that is a beautiful looking car. Then, needs no introduction, I've already done one, Rover SD1, Corgi Rover 3500, beautiful car, in its day, still is. Doors open, boot opens, it's got the parcel shelf, glass is good. Now I've done one of these, now I did it as a racing car, sort of touring car championship from its day, and I won't do that this way, and I won't do it for a while because you've already seen me do one, but that's great, and thank you for that. Thank you for that, mate. Then a rather dusty Cobra, AC Cobra 427, screen's missing. I've got another Cobra as well, so that's not too bad. Very dusty. Don't know where Mick keeps these, but he likes to keep them dusty. And some good detail on that. Bit of repair needed, but a nice looking Cobra. And an even better looking Corvette. Stingray. Beautiful, beautiful. Paint's corroded. It's seen better days. It's got a bit of muck about it. Doors don't open. It's fixed. Not sure. It does give the impression they open. That glass looks a bit odd. I think it's because I've put the chrome surround around it. That's a lovely looking thing. It's all intact. It just needs a repaint, really. Wheels are quite nice. Knock off, or the appearance of knock off wheels. So that's a nice car to do. And I almost bought a Stingray once, many years ago now. Ready to rally, the Lancia Delta HF Integrale. What a great car. Great history of a car. This one's, it's seen a bit of wear. You know, it's picked a few chips. I think it's just age that's got to it. But to me, that is going to be taken off this plinth and it's going to be rallied. It's going out in rally colours. A lot of decals to do. It's quite small, that's the only thing against it. Not quite sure how big that is. There we are, about 9 centimetres. But I do that in rally colours when I get round to it. Right, just dig deeper in the box. BMW M1. What a car. What a car. Missing a door mirror. Now I saw one of these recently for sale in my hometown of Brigg for 50 grand and I thought that was quite cheap, but unfortunately I didn't have 50 grand, so somebody else must have bought it. Glass is good. Obviously paint's had it, it's shot. Nice little BMW badge there. But thank you, Mick. I will enjoy doing that, and I would do it back in its original colour. That is a nice BMW. And on the theme of BMWs, another 850i. Now, it'd be interesting if I could get that other one out, wherever it's popped off to. It's under here somewhere. Here it is. So we've got two 850i's this month. Different version. They seem to have different rear ends. No, the same. It's just the light. This one's got both its mirrors as well. This one, doors don't open. This one has got better wheels and it's a smaller scale, as you can see. This looks a lot more chunkier, but I knew somebody who bought one of these when they came out and he swapped his Porsche 911 Targa for that. I think I'd have kept the Porsche, but I do like the 850i. Unfortunately, it's one of those cars I can't afford. And now we have a classic, the Datsun 240Z, 240Z, depending which part of the world you live in. Bumpers there, lights are there, door mirrors have gone. Glass is good. I think it just had the one-sided door mirror. It's a left-hand drive vehicle. And that's a cult car, isn't it? Swapping hands for good money now. That would be nice to do. It looks really nice. And again, the doors don't open. It's a repaint. It's got a plinth, so nice. A Vauxhall Opel Calibra. Now, my mate had one of these. And he let me drive it. And I did manage to get it up to the ton. And he said, I thought you would. So shout out to Andy there. Now, I did try and buy one of these once. The SE9 version, the last version that came out, it had the 2.5 litre Vauxhall engine in. but the belt replacement on them was every 4 years. It had to be done at a main dealer and cost £1,000. So I didn't buy that car because I knew it needed the belts replacing immediately, and that is a forever ongoing expense. And the garage I went to inquire about servicing it told me that story about the expense and how somebody, a non-Vauxhall dealer, had tried to change the belts on one up the road, and it promptly went kaput a bit later. And in the theme of classic sporty saloons this month, we have one of the greatest ever, the Skyline GTR. What a car. You see them about, they've been imported into the UK. Again, paint's had it, but that would be nice to do. And those wheels are really nice, aren't they? They do fit those arches really well. So that's a great one. We're coming to the bottom of this box. Lo and behold, a Jaguar XJ220. Now, I didn't know that was in there. And I'll have to dig out that other 220. I can see it. I can see it in the pile. I'm going to dig it out. And they are the same scale, I think. This one could have just lost its plinth. It's got some glass damage here, and it's bad glass damage because it's pitted in. It's got a different interior. The wipers are going a different way, so it's not the same model. It's lost its door mirrors. Its wheels are slightly different. Now, I was just going to send this off to Martin there. When you watch Martin, just tell me if you want the other one as well, and it will be in the post to you, my friend. But this one's a bit more of a challenge, I think. I don't know what brand any of these are. I suppose I could get a screwdriver quite quickly and just remove the base off one of them. You can see what brand has been selling in Northern Ireland. Del Prado. So all these on the plinth are probably 1/43 scale Del Prado. So if you was in any doubt, that's sorted out that. And I'll just put that back with the screw to one side. Honda NXX, an affordable supercar if there is such a thing. Lovely in yellow. Now these seem to be buttons cheap for ages, as in used ones under 20 grand, and I've noticed they've soared up in price again. Just the driver's door mirror missing. Apparently you'd be lucky to get 4,000 miles out of a set of rear tyres on one of these. Nice wheels, nice glass. Lovely. Excellent. I've really enjoyed that. Thank you, Mick, for sending those out. Oh, there's another one. Classic British Morgan plus 4. Screen's missing. Mirrors there. Another mirror missing. Lovely looking thing, a Morgan. And we'll put that to one side now. And that is the last of the... I found a screen. That belongs to the Morgan, I'm sure, in the bottom of the box. Always good to go through the bottom of the box. Kev Vincent sent me something recently, and it had a few parts in that he was keeping for himself, I think. So it's always good to go through the box before you finally throw it away. And speaking of Kev Vincent, we've got some donations from him next. But I'm going to stop the video and clear away some of these cars first. Now we have the donations from our mate Kev. Now Kev saw Martin Dare do one of these, and he had a spare that he'd taken some parts off. He'd taken the roof off. It's the airport crash truck. Kev said the glass was shot, and it is, but I thought I'll take it for parts because Kev didn't want it, and I'd like to have a go at one of these. I mean, it's a chunky piece of metal, that is. That's a 15 centimetre ruler, and you can see it's about 23 centimetres long. So thanks for that, Kev. I'll be on the lookout at car boots now for another one. Hopefully with the parts in good order that are missing off that one. Let me just move the box over. Now Kevin knows I love my F1 cars, and he brought this really nice condition JPS Lotus John Player Special. I've got a few of these, but they're tatty. Corgi John Player Special F1. So that's a nice one to have. That doesn't need any restoration at all. You know, Kev does a Banger Racer channel, Kev's Banger Racers. So he took this glass for a transit out of one that he's about to Banger Race. And I needed that because I have two police versions. And as you can see, the glass is totally shot on this one. But this one's not too bad. And I do hope to do these. I know I've got two flashing lights missing and whatever that thing was at the back. But the doors are intact on these, and I was planning to do one in blue and one in probably its original colours, but I needed a glass, and Kevin has delivered that. Thank you for that, Kevin. And he had a couple of cabs, and I took this off him, and it's a Bedford tractor unit, Corgi Toys. And I've got a few trailers, and just let me stop the video there a second. Now I got this a while ago, and I'm wondering if this would go on that when I saw Kevin. I'm not sure. But I've got another Carrymore. This is a Carrymore, and I think they had this cab. Now some people might be able to tell me. I'm not sure. That should just push into there, I think. Not quite sure how. There it is. So, thank you, Kev, because I've been talking to Diecast Outlaw this morning and saying I might send him a trailer and a cab, and I said this would be the one to have if we could find the cab. Forgetting that I got this off Kev less than a week ago, but Diecast Outlaw, I've already done his package, it's on the way, Luke, so I guess I'll be doing this one. And thanks for that, Kev. That is really, really nice. Not the one for the JPS, but let's put that up. There we go. And sometimes you just have to bide your time. You have to buy things you see and just wait for the cabs to turn up. Sorry I never talked about the cab. The glass is good. The paint's obviously had it. It's got its tyres. It's Corgi Toys, big Bedford tractor unit. Pleased as punch. Pleased as punch. Then Kev had this in a box, mini planes, die-cast, SE5, I believe, Newport SE5. It's not any of those, I can tell you that. So, oh, there it is. Sorry if there's a break and a disjoin there. I've got a low power warning on my phone, so I just had to get rid of that. So that's a Newport 17, you can just see that there. First World War, very good plane in its day. Did shoot down a lot of other planes. So that's nice, thank you, Kevin. That'll go straight out the box into the cabinet, not keeping the box. Then I've got this other cab off Kev. Super Kings. Very hard to read, it looks like it's been overpainted. Lesney Products. Matchbox Super Kings, that's all I can read on there. Good glass. Books there. I'm sure I've got a trailer will go on that. Quite modern next to the Bedford. And pick up a trailer when you can. Not sure what this one is, but Carrymore Low Loader. Now that could actually, that is probably the original for that. That looks like that, and there's a wheelie thing here, and that seems to be moving that somehow, so that still all works. I'm not sure if it had a rear end, but that would be very nice to do, and maybe do it with that trailer at the same time, although this trailer looks hard to do, I must admit. There's lots of parts to it. This looks a lot easier. So that could be my DMC More Than 4 challenge there. Thank you, Kevin. Finally, coming to the end. Everyone knows I like my F1 cars, my racing cars, and he got out this Brook Bond Oxo Rob Walker, which is in really good condition. Corgi Toys, Whiz Wheels, Surtees TS9 F1. What a great car. Bit of work around there maybe to do, but the glass is good, the paint itself's overall, the decals are peeling at the front, but I could redo those quite easily. And finally, little VW police car, rear bumper gone, glass is okay, front posts had it, beacon's gone, flashing light. But I've did the Herbie one. This is another one of that era. Corgi Juniors, Volkswagen 1300, Whiz Wheels. It'd be nice to do if you could fix that rear bumper, do something with it, or alternatively, you could get some new wheels on it, customize it. That'd be nice. It's it, ladies and gentlemen, for this month. I hope you've enjoyed this video. It's been really interesting. What do I think's the best? Well, I'm especially pleased with that Lotus F1. This combo is great, and I do like the 90s saloon cars that we've picked up. They'll be nice to do. So please like and subscribe. I will be doing some of these in the future. Obviously, you've seen I've got a few transit vans lined up, and I don't know if you can see in the background. Let me just move the camera a tad. I'm on the tripod today. You can see I've got a couple of other things there I've got going on. I've got a camper van. I've got some Land Rovers for the Land Rover Challenge. Got a mini metro to go to. So some good stuff coming along. So take care, look after yourselves. Please like and subscribe. The channel's slowed down a bit again. It seems to go through these fits and starts. And I look forward to seeing you next month on another video of purchases. And hopefully next week for another restoration too. So goodbye for now. Thank you.